gardener's seed. I looked up my phone. Okay, so I need to be in contact with Rico. Ah, so that's tied into the commune quest. Okay, good to know. So I need to level up the commune in order to be able to proceed with that quest. Got it. Hacking. Agent. That will let me progress. Yes. Click there. That gets me a ship mine core. Which might be useful for another quest. Or I could just sell it. Got some food, some cryo, which will last me a day. Ah, there's the ambergris. Sleeper stay. I'll be ready soon. So I might be able to escape with her. Possibly. Alright, let's put a 6 into grow beds. Roll those. Upgrade point, so I need one more will let me get hard to kill. And 2 more will let me up one of my skill boosts to 2. Oh, I can sleep here. Head down to the hyper compound, following a blue painted line that's labeled laboratories. The member you were assigned to work with told you they'd asked to see you, but you have no idea what about. The line takes you to a blue door and through to a glass-roofed chamber where a network of stems and leaves filters the sunlight coming from the ceiling, casting the whole chamber in a strange yellow-green. Peaceful, isn't it? Distracted by the green, you missed a woman sitting at a lab bench, camouflaged with dappled light. Welcome to my sanctuary, she smiles. Come, let's talk. says and beckons you closer. This place. Here, these were processing centers for the agriculture of the old corporate station. She offers a hand to shake. I'm Rico. I run the botany program at Haifa. Yes, the plants of the Greenway are vital to Haifa's continued existence. Important to understand them. She lifts a tiny sample jar. Yellow spores dance inside. Haifa lives off the land of the Greenway. It allows us to live what we do. No one here pays or is paid. We sleep here, we feed each other, we work for each other. She walks away from the bench and waits you to follow, opening a small door leading you to a glass corridor surrounded by vineyards. All this, she says, gesturing at the open door, it's a kind of miracle. She looks at you with bright eyes. What do you think happens to plants on stations like this when they are abandoned? Growing. Only they were true. No, they do not. They dry up and then they die. She leads you up to crossroads, but here they endured. She smiled herself. Actually, no, they thrived. You looked at the bright tendrils wrapped around the middle frames of the corridor. They're dominant, strong. They are taking control of this place. Solheim tried to create a stable biosphere here. Patchworking surface with gardens and algae tanks that feed into a network of microbial reclamation systems. But the Greenway was always envisioned as extractive, a place where the harvest is removed and sold to those living on the station, not a closed loop. For this reason, when the collapse came, the Greenway should have gone with it. Earl himself was so convinced on it that his first calling never even came here to try and reclaim it. I instead relied on outside favors and influences, shipments from the inner system, and small-scale agriculture systems like kelp and fungal farmsteads. And yet here we are, among growth and decay, a biosphere is flourishing. Haifa came here expecting to find only vacuum-dried stalks and leaves, and perhaps some fungal colonies hidden in mulch. Found a jungle. This Rico hits a button on the wall and leads you to a large pair of double doors into a huge, impossible chamber. Every kind of green. Pale algae tanks, the dark vines that surround it. It's wet, too, rarity in the eye. Condensation clouds the light in the high glass roof and gathers into some shiny broadleaves and shrubs. How? Exactly our question. It doesn't make sense, but in many ways the system is stabilized. Unlike the farm stacks close to the gap who need input to support their meager output, this place runs itself. Perhaps Solheim managed something new here. Perhaps they treat the plants or build new systems buried in plazas. Or perhaps their collapse caused some fortune to cascade, unlike the chemical reaction with the biosphere. That's what I'd like you to help me find out. Botanist? That's duly noticed, but I don't need a botanist. The halls run deep sleep, and I'm getting old. She stamps her foot in the window. What's causing this? It's found in the groves deep in the highway. Haifa won't bring one of our expeditions. It's too dangerous and unnecessary. I can make a case, but I can't make it close. Sleepers are hardy beings. I know that much, and you can speak with the eye, interpret secrets in ways I never can. Hold up arms so you can help me sleep, so you can help her stand. Bring me samples, spores, seeds, and blooms. I can grow them in the lab and study them. The deeper they are, the found, the better. Try. Thank you. Thank you for listening. Take you back up to each chamber and up the passages. She's a little slower now and stumbles up the steps. You help her where she can. It's good to have new blood in the commune, she says. Many of us have been here a long time, but few come through. Go back to the bench at the lab. Go to leave. Come back if you find something sleep. There are discoveries to be made. Follow the blue line out of the compound. All the time thinking of that impossible and magical. You drive. All right. Oh, I have spores to deliver. Oh, I also need some cash. Works almost enough for my next dose. Well, next day I get some more spores. Okay. Ooh, that's a real good roll. Like. Get more spores. Let's get some more spores. Sleeper, I have some of yours. Come here, come see. She beckoned you over to a heavyweight-looking console wired to a series of specimen jars, some of which contain spores. Say. Oh, no, I need to sneeze. The spores you have here are real. Collection of types from within the groves. I've been able to isolate a few. She taps on the specimen jars. Here we have Trilacoma matsutake. Reads the Latin and Japanese pronunciation as if it was nothing. A species Solheim somewhat modified for use in the station. Pulls up the chemical composition. This is the composition of the Solheim modified matsutake spores. Modified. Yes, every species in the eye is a tweaked variant of Solheim's, of course, but that's not the point. See, this is what your matsutake spores look like. I don't understand. Composition, they're totally different. They're fundamentally the same spores, but they carry different chemicals, different signals. Solheim may have chosen their bone-tweaked version in the beginning, and the groves have, and still are, affecting them. How? I can't tell without samples of fully grown mushrooms, and herein lies our problem. Move to desk where two trays sit side by side, one containing the plant mulch, the second you smell before even looking at it, pungent aroma of the fruiting matsutake. Matsutake grown here are grown from Solheim stalks pulled from a spored vaultless complex. They're delicious, by the way. The tree is terminated with the spores you collected. No activity, no germination, no nothing. Full. Yes, they are. Here is our puzzle, Sleeper. Spores from the groves, one from the lab. The gathered fruiting bodies from the groves is too unpredictable. We need a fruiting body from some of these spores. We can track it and understand it. In short, I need to become my mushroom farmer. Already started. Well, the eager mycologist. I never would have guessed. I presume you set yourself up in the aviary? I've been eyeing that place up for its proximity to the groves. Whatever groves, not just matsutake. There's more than a couple of variants in there, so we'll need plenty of samples. These little things are reflections of their conditions. Their smell, their taste, even their chemistry. It all derives from the conditions of their growth. Enough of these to have a picture of what's happening here, the ways in which the biosphere is modifying itself or being modified, whichever the case may be. Pops the cap in her mouth, take by surprise. And don't worry, Sleeper. If this turns out to be a dead end, I'm sure that not a single mushroom will go to waste. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Hey, listen, I know a guy back on the other side of there who would really like some of those mushrooms. Probably get a story out of it. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the show, please like and subscribe. And also consider backing my Patreon. Patreon backers get episodes up to 1 week early of this show and any future Let's Plays. Also, please consider backing my Ko-fi. Toss me a few bucks also helps support the show, and it's not a monthly obligation or anything like that.